Hello, what's going on? It's your boy Pepper Rob. I know it's been a couple years and I haven't been active on YouTube, but I've been busy working. I was going to school at one point, but you know how life gets. So I'm back here to talk about some more One Piece because I love One Piece and I'm pretty sure you all like it too, or you love it the same. Anyways, today we're gonna talk about Roronoa Zoro's mastery of Ryuo and his final three swords after leaving Wano. Yeah, not his final swords at the end of the series, because we would have to wait a little bit to see how that plays out. But for now, we're gonna focus on his final three swords after leaving Wano. Okay, so it's been a very interesting ride watching and reading One Piece. I've seen a lot of interesting things that I probably should have spoke about, which, like I said, I was busy and I didn't get the chance to speak about that. Now, as far as Kaido's devil fruit, it's still itching towards what I said before, but for now, let's not get off topic. Let's just wait to see, because like I said, the dragon fruit is pretty common in his crew. His commanders all have the dragon fruit or whatever. But like I said, let's not get off topic. So Zoro's mastery of Ryuo. So Zoro, once he obtained Enma, and I don't know the specifics of the other name that it has, something about the underworld or something like that. You could clearly see that this sword, it brings out a difference in like his haki and his use of haki, but the fact that he has this sword under control is very, it's very impressive. That the first time he touched it, it kind of took his haki and he's like, yo, give it back or whatever. I think this sword is like a fast track for him to master Ryuo, because like Otis says, Sanji's gonna be a master of observation, Luffy's gonna be a master of conquerors, and Zoro's gonna be a master of ornament. So as far as Ryuo, I think Enma is like a way of fast tracking Zoro towards that. So I believe like he's been training a lot with the sword, being that he had Wado Ichimonji for a couple of years. It's a little bit more easier for him to like master the sword very quickly. So I think that he's gonna get the hang of it pretty soon. I think like once he gets in a real battle, and I think most likely he's gonna be fighting King, so it's gonna like he's gonna have to get used to it quickly. You know how One Piece is very fast paced and like you have to just get it or you're gonna lose and die. That's just how it is. It's like when he fought Mr. One. It's like when Luffy fights the Shishibukai. It's like when they fight overpowered people, they just have to master whatever they need to master, or whatever power they need to improve immediately to like progress. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a way for him to do that, and it's very good because like before this, we never really saw Zoro using haki in that way, or any hints towards him being prevalent, or being very good at using Ryuo or any type of advanced haki. And I think it's very good because I think he has a little bit mastery over the sword, but as far as Ryuo, I don't think he's fully there yet. I think he's just grasped the concept of how it works, and I think Ryuo is a very powerful type of haki where you can internally damage people, like more than just the armor, like Rayleigh said, where you can use it to attack. I think it's more of a thing where you release it and it could like cause damage internally from the outside, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Because I'm gonna speak about Luffy and Ryuo as well, but for now I'm just speaking about Zoro because I'm like, Zoro is like my favorite Straw Hat, and then next is Usopp, third is Luffy. So that's why I'm gonna speak about all three. For right now, I'm speaking about Zoro. So yeah, I think once he gets in a fight with King, he will have to have this type of haki, because if you look in terms of like Big Mom's crew, and I think overall when you compare crews, you could obviously see that Big Mom herself may be on par with Kaido, maybe, or maybe close, probably not that far. But the crew is very different. To me, the crew is just, of course, if they were to match up, I'm pretty sure Oda would make it seem as if it's close, or, they could compete with each other or whatever. But it's obvious that Kaido's crew is superior, but Kaido himself and Big Mom, they're more equally matched in a way, if you understand what I'm saying. So it's safe to presume that King knows how to use advanced hockey. It's safe to presume. So being that Zoro is gonna fight King, in my opinion, he needs to have some type of ornament that gives him the power to compete, if you get what I'm saying. Because without Ryuo, I don't think he's gonna be able to even cut him, because his skin in his devil fruit form is probably very durable, and it's gonna be very tedious for him to actually cause damage. And I think he's gonna have to learn, if King uses like fire, he's probably gonna have to learn how to cut fire based off like what Kinemon told him, or maybe he already has that type of ability. But for now, he's probably gonna need some help with that if King uses fire, because you could obviously see he has fire cloaked around him, you know, fire coming off his, what was it, his head? I don't even remember, but some part of his body. You could see the epithet wildfire, so he probably uses fire. That's just how I'm thinking. So I think he needs to use this to fight someone of that caliber, because obviously King's bounty is over 1 billion. Obviously, yeah, it's probably high billion, like mid billion. 1 billion and 500, 1 billion 300, somewhere there. So he's probably gonna need, nah, it's way more than that actually. It's probably 1.5 or 1.7, because if I remember correctly, I think Jax was like 1 something, and Queen is higher than Jax, so he has to be higher than Queen. We're gonna see the best out of Zoro, being that he's going against one of the top tiers of Kaido's crew, one of the top tiers in the pirate world, period. So he needs to quickly advance, and he needs to quickly master this ability. And I don't know, for now, we haven't gotten all the context, but based off what I'm getting as a swordsman, you really needed to cut down very strong opponents. And not only that, it's based off like what they've been saying, but you know, they haven't shown us a lot. The only thing I could like revert to as far as Ryuo is when Roger and Whitebeard were fighting, and you see they didn't touch. That's probably one of the abilities of Ryuo, where you could like coach your sword in it, you know what I'm saying, like basically. So for that, that's all I have for now, and I think he's gonna master it once he fights King. Basically, I think he will master Ryuo at that time. Now, as it pertains to the swords, he has Enma, Wado Ichimonji, and he also has Sandai Kitetsu. But I believe that at the end of Wano, or maybe during the fight, I don't know, maybe he already has it, but I don't think so. But definitely after he's leaving, I think he's gonna get Nidai Kitetsu. Maybe Sandai is gonna be, he's gonna give it back to Hitetsu, or it's gonna break. I don't know, but as far as now, you can see he was very interested in the sword once he saw Luffy with it. So in my opinion, I think after Hitetsu sees that he's mastered Enma so quickly, then he's probably gonna be like, okay, you're worthy of wielding this weapon, you know what I'm saying? You know how it goes. So I'm thinking that maybe he's gonna give him, maybe at the end of Wano, if he hasn't given Zoro the sword already, then he's gonna give him at the end of Wano, and then at that time he's gonna have like 3 of the 21 great swords. But as far as for the future, I'm just gonna leave it for now, because we don't know where exactly he's gonna be in a couple years. We don't know what's gonna happen to Mihawk. We don't know what's gonna happen to the Gorosei guy that seems to be wielding the Shodai Kitetsu. So for now, I believe he's gonna have Wado Ichimonji, he's gonna have Nidai Kitetsu, and Enma at the end of the Wano arc. For Shisui, I think it's gonna stay there because, you know, it's like a prized possession to Wano, or whatever the case may be. So I think just to celebrate, or just to, you know, have it as like a souvenir of greatness, being that it's already a black blade, then they want to keep it there to most likely honor the sword god, whatever his name is. The guy that Zoro fought in Thriller Bark, what's his name again? I totally forgot. You know who I'm talking about, the sword god. I totally forgot his name. I think his name was Ryuma, and they want to honor Ryuma's presence or his past, you know? I believe they need it there just to have it as a testament to what's happened in the past, or, you know, just because they see it as a special sword. So at the end of Wano, Zoro's gonna have these 3 swords. And for future discussions, I'm just gonna leave it because I think he's gonna pick up more swords in the future, or he's gonna substitute. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it right there. So before I go though, I wanna speak as to one more reason why I believe Zoro is gonna get the Nidai Kitetsu. Yeah, and why Shisui is definitely gonna stay in Wano. Because Shisui is a black blade already, and I believe that Zoro needs to form his own black blades, 3 of them. Now it could be these 3 swords, but specifically Wado Ichimonji is definitely gonna be one of the black blades that Zoro forges. But as far as the others, I don't know yet, because there might be changes in the future, like another upgrade. It might be at the end of the series that Zoro actually is the reason why Wado Ichimonji becomes one of the 12 great grade swords. Yeah. So for now, we just gotta wait and see how that plays out. But yeah, that's it for me. Have a good day.